to my first show on the Wake TV network, the second episode. I'm Ofkje from the Netherlands. I'm a Jungian therapist and a transformational teacher, a talent coach. So I help people to find their mission. And I made several games to introduce to you in the shows. And every show I have a special guest. My show is every Wednesday, the next 12 weeks. And it's 9 a.m. on Pacific time, 12 noon New York time, 5 p.m. London time, and 6 p.m. Paris, Amsterdam, Copenhagen, and Berlin time. So I'm Ofkje from Awake TV network, and this is my first show to tell you more about archetypes and talents. And I have made a beautiful box, Archetype and Talents, and you see there is a dragon on this box, and he has a key in his mouth. In every show I will have a special guest, and today it will be Pels. She is also a talent coach and a Reiki master. I will introduce her after this. So I will show you some parts of me. This is the treasurer. You see this dragon. A lot of people have a lot of archetypes and talents, but the treasure box is closed because there are a lot of demons or dragons on your box. But this dragon has a key on it, and it's all up to you to all open your own treasure box and find your archetypes and talents. So when I may introduce myself, I've been a teacher for several years, Dutch language teacher, and this is the archetype card of the teacher. And what is an archetype? An archetype you can meet in your subconscious. When you close your eyes, I can do an imagination with you, and I will do with my guest speakers. And then you can go around your head and don't think on it, just to go, so you go to a deeper layer, to your subconscious. And there you will meet your archetype. And how fun is that? Let's make fun. I love to make fun. Another archetype of mine is the jester. And what about archetypes? They are a kind of inner personality. I'm a Jungian therapist, psychologist, and I'm looking to characters by people, and they are inner personalities, and this is the jester. And every archetype, they have a light side and a shadow side. So when you look to the jester, he is making fun, and he will light your day. He uplifts yourself, but when he is in the shadow side, he will be cynical, and he has sarcasm in his self, and you don't like it. So, but you also have to embrace your shadow sides. So that is this game all about, and there will be a show also about. I life stories. I also have here the storyteller, also archetype card. And in this box is also a manual. You can see all those descriptions of those archetypes with a photo, a design of the archetypes. The beautiful these designs. They're made by Lisa Rutte from Amsterdam, Netherlands. And she knows now a lot about those archetypes, and she put them in the drawing, so the images will come alive. And that's wonderful, wonderful. So I like to join you with this archetype about their light side and the shadow side. And it's very important that you embrace also the shadow side. So when you go deep inside with this imagination, you will meet this archetype, and you can see if it's a woman or it's a man. You can see the age. Sometimes the archetype brings something with you, so you can meet your inner dream team in this show. Isn't that fun? I would love to join you when you see how many archetypes you have. There are 74 archetypes in everybody's life, but you can choose them every day. So it's okay for me and for you maybe too, to choose a lot of them and meet a few, so you can form your inner dream team. That's the team of archetypes and talents you use every day. But a lot of people, there are a lot of archetypes, they are really asleep. They are not awake yet. So with this game, with this show, where we exercise this archetype, we meet them all. You can meet them and you will greet them and you will have an image of it. So you can say, yes, this is my archetype. So this show is also to show something more about myself. Who am I? So where's the show about? And this is all about his archetypes and his talents. Everybody has his archetypes. But most of them, you don't know them. And that's a shame. Because for connecting with your archetypes and your soul means you make decisions with your heart, here on the heart level, in line with your mission. Everybody has something to do in this world. And that is about your mission. It's for a more fulfilling life. Because there are a lot of people outside who are watching at this show, who are feeling lonely, but you can meet and greet this archetype so you will never be alone again. And then all those most important archetypes that forms your inner dream team. So they help you to open your inner treasure box, this treasure box with the dragons on it. They push them away so you can open it, find your key, and see who you really are, and find some information about your unconsciousness. So I talk about these aspects with my special guest today. It is Pels. She's also an archetype coach, and she's a Reiki master, and she's a songwriter, and making music with special spiritual texts. And she'll sing a few lines, so you will meet her. And well, I was a teacher once, 20 years ago, and then there was this alchemist. This alchemist, he is for the transformation. He shows me that he also could be an other coach, a transformational coach, so he can help people to transform themselves, like an alchemist, like a shaman. So how did I do that? Because I've also written school books. So that was a really complete change for me. But there was my good friend from my inner dream team, and that was the artist. And he's really fun because he helps me to see that life is a game. Let's play this game together in these shows. Because I made several games and I did that with my artist. And it was not about drawing or something. No, it was creating games to go deeper in your consciousness, to find yourself. Who are you? Who am I? Do you know who you are? Me either, but I know a bit. But my archetypes helps me a lot to show what's going on and how to do this. So I also write some books. I'm a writer. I told you to write some school books. That was really fun to use my artist creation. So that's how it works. They work together. In a dream team, you work together. And there was a storyteller. And there was the teacher. And they all work together. The light side and the shadow side. But it's important to know that last year, I like these life stories of people. And look who are the archetypes. We published 2 books, The Life Shift Experience and The Life Shift Stories. It's from people all over the world, from United States, United Kingdom, Scandinavian, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. And they write their life stories and they make big life shifts. So I hope this will encourage you. You always can make that shift. And that's another game I made. It's about life shift, how you can do or write your life story and be published in a book. You know more than you are. You're really not sure what you can do in your life. So there are all these archetypes. So in one moment, there will be an insight, and there's the eye opener. He will show you that there's more. You see this in the drawing also. Not there's only 2 eyes, but there's also a big eye. The 3rd eye here in between. Isn't that fun? So, and a companion. I like to be a coach, a transformational coach, that I walk with somebody. To be the companion and give the way or be the guidance for people which archetypes they need for daily life. And when you see these cards, when you say, yes, I'm also a companion, that's possible. But to know who you are, it's important that you have a recipient. Do you give sometimes a compliment to somebody? Yes. Maybe you can think, what compliment you need for this time? It's nice when clients are happy when I help them, and then I say thank you. But in the meantime, it was difficult to say thank you because I said, am I that good? Yes, sometimes you are good. And you can receive that compliment. That's nice, isn't it? So, but at the end, my most favorite archetype is the miracle worker because it happens in the cloud somewhere in the universe. The miracle at a good moment, a special moment, he is there or she is there. And that's so funny. When I do that imagination with somebody, with a client or with you, if you like to join me, then you close your eyes and you can see that image. You can see if it is a woman or a man or his age. And you see where you are. Sometimes you're on the beach or in the mountains or in your house. And then you can ask, what do you need? What do you need from the miracle worker? So it is really fun to do this and see what are the results. It can be very helpful when you feel alone or you have a problem. You can consult your archetypes. Wonderful, isn't it? And there can be miracles really there. So I had chosen a few of you to choose. Yes. And when I went, I stopped by being a normal teacher at the school. I started my own company and with a merchant. A merchant, a lot of people are afraid of money. Can I ask for money when I do my services? Yes, you can. A lot of people, young entrepreneurs, have difficulties to ask money for their services. And you can some freebies, can give some things away, but sometimes it's good for yourself to earn money because you have to eat and to drink in daily life. So what do we have more? I think this is also a very important archetype. This is a nourisher. And this nourisher, you see what it is. There's a lot of cream on the head and there is this empty belly. I think there are a lot of people, they don't nourish themselves good. And this is not about the real food, the vegetables and the bread and the milk. No, this is also about your spiritual food. What do you need? What do you need for daily life? Do you take more rest or more sleep or more love or more self-love? Everything is possible. So this is really important that you know what you need. So I tell you something now about his archetypes. I hope you understand a bit. And in the end of that, I'll tell you also that I have a special guest. Today it's Ellen Pels, and we will meet her in a minute. So let's welcome her. Hi, Ellen.
Hello, Ofkje.
Welcome in my first TV show on Awake TV from the second episode. And you're the first one, and I'm really want to say welcome to you.
Thank you.
To be in this interview, to be my co-host this first show.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about archetypes and talents, and it's very special. I asked you for my first guest because you mentioned archetypes to me, so you introduced them to me 14 years ago, no, 10 years ago, but I already know you as a friend for 14 years.
Yes.
So this is very special to have you here. Thank you for being here also.
Thank you.
Ellen, there's archetypes. We are connected to those archetypes. And I want to tell you, want to ask you something about all those archetypes. We've seen each other sometimes, but last November I introduced you to help me to write a life story for the book I published last year. And you made a very special life story because that's also why I invited you. You have a very special life story. And also the archetypes, your hidden talents, you discovered again. And please. Do you want to tell more about yourself, to introduce
Yes.
yourself?
Well, yeah, we have known each other for 40 years because we met each other when we were both students, and we've always kept in touch. And
Sure.
and I was introduced to the game of gifts by a friend, and of course I kept you in the loop about what was going on in my life, the same way you were about yours. And so I told you about having learned to work with this and with these archetypes and things like that. And you was, I don't know, something happened to you, and you said, oh, I want to know more about that, which was really, really lovely. And you dove into it in a most wonderful and inspiring way. Yeah, so one of the reasons you asked me to share my story in the Life Shift book was because at the age of 50, I made a transition from being a speech and language therapist first, and a coach later on, to finally pursuing a career in music, which was a desire I had had for many, many years. And for some reason, very important reason, I never pursued it because I was feeling insecure, and I had stage fright, and it stopped me from, I don't know, pursuing a career in music.
So you were blocked about the singing.
Sorry?
You were blocked. The singing was blocked.
Yes. And through working with my archetypes, and finally acknowledging that this archetype of the music maker in me was so strong and had such an enormous power as well. That's how I overcame my fear. There was a moment when I was very ill that I realized if I don't do it now, I never will. And that shift for me was incredibly important. And it was as if suddenly this music maker archetype finally knocked down some sort of wall, and I started pursuing a career in music.
And what happened? What made you open this treasure box to see a musician?
Well, what actually freed my musician was the realization that it's not too late, and that the desire finally grew stronger than the fear, because I feel I was given a second chance in life. And that really opened my eyes to the fact that it was now or never. And I feel now that you're never too old to change or pursue something new, or it's never too late.
I like that. That's encouraging other people also. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's a limiting belief to think that it's too late. It would be a pity if you don't do what you feel you desire most.
That was also the name of one of your CD albums.
Yeah, yes, that's right. My first CD.
Can you tell me more about that?
Well, my first CD is called Late Bloomer. Yeah. A few years after I realized that I really
needed to show it to the
yes, thank you.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah,
and I started writing my own lyrics and composing my own music.
Amazing.
And I had always thought I wasn't able to do that, but for some reason I found, through modern technology and things like that, I found a way to compose and to write. And writing lyrics is very interesting, because in my lyrics I share what I have learned about life. And
wow, yeah, life lyrics.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this live lyrics, Ellen.
Well, a friend of mine said, when I listen to your songs, I feel I'm reading your diary.
Wow. This is about Ellen's secret. You have to listen to share.
Well, I don't know if I have secrets, but anyway, I learn, you live and you learn. and
Every day. Yeah.
every day,
Every
and
day.
it's about that I write. So recently, my latest song is called "Not the Car," and it's a song about how I am not the car, but I'm the passenger in the car, as a metaphor for I am not my body, I have my body, and that this is one of the theories that I've learnt from the Course in Miracles.
Yes. You're not the feelings, you're not the body. Yeah.
Exactly. That this deep spark inside of me, this soul inside of me is really that's the real me, and the rest is the car. You know, it's a body. It's a
wow. It's a neat.
Yeah.
I love this metaphor, Ellen.
Yeah. Well, actually, I borrowed that from a man called Diederik Wolzak, who is very.
I know his book.
Yes, Choose Again. His book, Choose Again, and so I came across that, and so I've been studying his work and practicing his method. And so he says, "You're not the car, you're the passenger," and that immediately triggered writing a lyric about that, because I found that very inspiring. And I have heard this message for many years, even from Willem Glaudemans, in different ways. But sometimes you need to hear a message several times before it actually really lands. Do you recognize that?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. You have to sometimes more times. And can you tell me some more about this lyric you write about this passenger and the car?
Well, it's about I mean, if you go into the ego part of who you are, then there can be all kinds of distress and upset and things like that. So I wrote about how I can get lost in all kinds of upset, and how I then sort of stop myself and go, wait a minute. There's a different way to look at this. Let's just go inside and see what's going on there, and remind myself that I'm the passenger and not the car.
Yeah, and there are different passengers, I think, in the car.
Well, for me, the car symbolizes my body, and the passenger symbolizes my soul. So but my soul is in touch with all these archetypes that we have, and through these archetypes I can live my mission in life.
And what takes so long that you call yourself a late bloomer, Ellen?
Because I was stuck in fear for too many years, and it wasn't until I could let go of that that I was able to transform and use my archetypes in a different way
and make that life shift. And this stage fright, which archetypes do you use to overcome this stage fright? Because a lot of people who are listening now have those stage fright and maybe dream about this wonderful singer you are.
Yeah, I have one of the very helpful archetypes that I have is the Amazon, so the female warrior. And this gives me courage and power and guts and fire as well to overcome things that arouse fear in me. So she's very important. She's a very important archetype for me.
It makes you shine also on the stage? That Amazon or?
That's a good question. I don't know which one does that. I think maybe all of them together, when I'm on stage and doing what I feel I was intended to do, I think all of my archetypes shine. All of them together, they're dancing around, celebrating the fact that I'm doing what I want to do and
you're dancing
what I need to do.
And you're really shining. So wonderful.
Yeah.
So, and can you tell me more about other titles of your lyrics? in your
Well, I have
video?
a song, I think it's on the EP Happiness, and it's called Faith.
Mm.
And it's about the lyrics to the chorus are life will work out, my dear. Just open your eyes and you'll see. Have faith in what will come to pass. You're stronger than you'll ever know.
Mm.
You are not alone in this. And now I've forgotten the rest. You're not alone in this. Surrender to destiny's flow.
Wow, sing
Yeah.
more. I love it when you sing. You're such a beautiful voice, Ellen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. So sometimes I even listen to my own songs when I get lost and I think, oh, hang on a minute, and I find
Yeah.
myself listening to my own lyrics and to remind
They
myself.
encourage you again, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Because
Wonderful.
I have another one about, it's called The Water, and it's about the lyrics to the verse are, wise women often say, see the miracles. All you need to do is to be patient. And so that's, I mean, these are things that I've come across in my own life, and I don't know, I translate them into a song lyric, and
Yeah. So
yeah.
really your lyrics are autobiographic?
Yes, completely. Yes. Yeah. 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 All of them. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's why my friend says it's like reading your own diary. It's like reading your diary when I listen to your lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all the people listening are invited also to listen to your YouTube channel where
Yeah.
you can see or book
Yeah.
you or see
Yeah.
what kind of how many CD albums you already made, Anna?
Well, I've made a full album called Late Bloomer,
Yeah.
and I've made 2 EPs. One is called
Mm.
Happiness, and the other one is called Love.
Mm.
And the third one is in the making, called Peace, and it's going to be released in October.
Wow.
So, and I have written so many songs, it's always very difficult to choose which ones will actually end up on the on a record. So I'm already in the process of making the one after that as well.
Mm.
So we're going to be recording a lot of songs that will then be released on a next album. Yeah.
Can you
So
see, Alan, that all these albums are journeys of the hero, like Joseph Campbell, because you always make a big party when the album is finished.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. They're definitely, all of them are heroes' journeys. Because I don't know what started off for me is this drive that I have, and wanting to share what's true for me, in hope, I hope to inspire other people with what
You
what
really
I
do. When I read your lyrics, they're really beautiful, and it's all about you. But I recognize
yeah
myself also very much in it. Yeah.
yeah yeah.
And
So yeah, and along the way there are always challenges, and there are times when I really ask myself, why am I doing this? And then something always happens, I don't know what, and you know, it just gives me the push to move forward. Yeah. So
yeah.
those are the miracles that are there for me, and they are for other people as well.
And next to your singing, you're also archetype coach in
Yes,
daily
that's
life. Yeah.
yeah yeah.
Can you tell
Yes.
me something about your work in that part?
Well, I discovered this work through a friend of mine when I was searching. I had become a Reiki master, and for some reason, the energy surrounding that wasn't. I don't know. I just felt something isn't quite right. Something doesn't click. I don't know. And she, yeah, it just felt this isn't the path I need to pursue.
No.
And she knew about the Game of Gifts and Willem Glaudemans, and I went to see him, and I did a one-on-one coaching with him, because I thought I had been looking for my mission in life for so many years, and I had never found a way to clarify that.
Mm. Did you
And
get clarity about it?
yes, oh,
Yeah.
completely. Yes, yes,
Mm.
absolutely.
Mm.
And I was so intrigued by this whole process that I said, I want to do this work. And it fits perfectly with my mission in life.
Mm.
And so I became a coach, and I've been working with people with, with work with archetypes for since 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
your avatar clients, Ellen? What kind of clients you have? Are they singers or all kind of people?
No, all kinds of people from all kinds of different walks of life.
Mm.
Interestingly, initially it were mostly people who were a little bit older, like middle age, or somewhere around the age of 50. Excuse me. But recently I've been seeing a lot of young
Really?
people in their late 20s who
Wow. Is this because of your children you have?
no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just that I think that a lot of people at an earlier age start wondering about, am I on the right path?
Yeah.
And how can I live from the heart and do what I was really meant to do in my life? And I mean, there are so many young, new.
They're looking and searching, all those millennials. I also work a lot with
exactly.
archetypes and millennials.
Yeah, and I believe they're very old souls, so they don't need to live for such a long time to come to the discovery that I really
like we did, Ellen.
Yeah, I mean, I needed some more time. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah,
and now it's
that's
wonderful
fine.
to create. So
Yeah,
I advise everybody, take your time to find your mission, but the archetypes can help you to find your mission earlier and quicker. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So then you know how to set them to work, I think.
Yes, and to co-create themselves, your inner dream team.
Yeah.
You're working on, and do you sing every day, Ellen, yourself?
Yes, I do. I mean, that's also the way to keep my voice healthy. Of course, I'm nearly 60, and many people get voice problems around my age, because just like your hearing, also your voice deteriorates with age.
I
so
didn't know that.
Yeah. So with a lot of practice, I keep my voice healthy and the quality of my singing as good as it can be. And luckily, and up until now, it's been fine, and I've been very lucky with that. I have a very strong
I know.
throat.
I know. But when I learned to know you, you were a local speech
and language therapist.
Yeah. So you're really experienced with your voice. You can experience with your voice. You know how to use it good and not to.
Yes, and it was actually through doing voice work as a speech and language therapist during my training, actually, that a friend of mine said, you have a really lovely voice, and I think you have a really good feeling for music. Maybe you should take singing lessons. And as a child, I had always sung and acted and things like that. And that had all disappeared when I was a teenager because I felt ashamed of everything and insecure and everything like that. And so in my early 20s, I sort of rediscovered singing and had a lot of
advice you want to tell to young people who had these dreams that you had to be a singer?
Well, one of the things that I have often said to my children is, what would you do if you weren't afraid? So what if you didn't? And if you didn't have that fear, if you were completely fearless, what would you do? And I also asked them, what's the worst thing that could happen? And then by actually naming.
And is it true? Is it something to be afraid? Like Barry asked you. Yeah.
Sometimes if you just look that fear in the eye, you realize that, hey, hang on a minute, that won't kill me, or I'll be okay, or I can survive that, or sometimes just by being aware of what is stopping.
Mm. I
That
like that, to look in the mouth of the lion, just to
yes,
see. I
yeah,
think this really, don't be afraid. The lion won't bite you if you're not afraid.
exactly, yeah, exactly.
It helps you, yeah.
Yeah, and so that, I mean, because I have been stopped by my fear for many years, I feel very blessed that I can pass this lesson on to my children.
Yeah, and did it help them? One of them is also
Oh
in
yes,
music, isn't
yes, yes. And the funny thing is, my really lovely. He said to me, "You're the example that you can make your dreams come true. So if you can do it, so can I." And I just, it's just really wonderful to be able to inspire your own children.
Yes,
Yeah.
and other people. So you have a
Yes.
wonderful profession, to
Yes.
encourage
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
what are your dreams for the future, Ellen?
Somebody asked me that yesterday,
Oh,
and ultimately, what I would like to do is we have this wonderful orchestra here in the Netherlands called the Metropole Orchestra, and I've been a great fan of their work for eons, and I would like one day to be on stage in a big theatre, a big stage, and sing my own music with their accompaniment. And I mean, it may never happen, but it's that
you never know. Yeah,
thing that
you work on that. You work
exactly,
on that.
exactly. And so what I'm doing now is taking steps towards becoming becoming more well known, and to find a bigger audience and things like that.
I
So
hope this Awake TV part of this first show will help you, and we will put your links also on this show for sure. Yeah,
that would be lovely. Yes. Yeah. And in the end, it's not about fame, and it's not about things. It's not about money or about
it's
anything
about
like
happiness.
that.
It's
About
also a title
happiness.
about love and happiness. The other titles of your. Can you tell something about these albums, maybe, why you choose this?
Well, sometimes you meet people that ask you exactly the right question at the right time. And so she said, what would you do? What would you like to do? And I said, I would like to release 3 EPs called Peace, Love and Happiness, because those are things that are very important to me. And I started at the end. So I recorded 5 songs, and they were on the EP Happiness. And then last year I released the EP Love to celebrate the love of my life, with whom I have been in a relationship for 40 years. And there's a love song for him on that one. There's also a love song for him on the album Late Bloomer as well. And so there is one on this, which was his birthday present for when he became 60 last year. And now we're working on the EP Peace, and that will that's really cool to do that as well.
And really, we both are married with a man is called Case.
Yes.
So funny. So how was the title of this song you wrote for your Case?
Well, the song I wrote for him that's on the EP Love is called My Sweet Love. And it's about how about growing older together, and how he's still the world to me, and that's really it. Yeah.
What is so cute to share this in the lyric.
Yes.
Do you want to sing a few sentences of this song?
I'm going through the whole song in my head, trying to find the chorus. I don't know. It starts, you grew up in the outdoors on your bike and climbing trees while the Beatles sang, I want to hold your hand. So it starts out about his childhood and you know how the world was very different when we were kids compared to now.
For sure. Yeah. So wonderful, your voice to hear. Without the music, it's already beautiful, Ellen. So
thank you.
Invited your people, your watchers, to listen to the YouTube channel from Ellen. That's something you want to share, Ellen, to know, to share or to help people, to encourage to stage fright or.
Well, I would say, you know, if you get to know your inner dream team, then you know that you have so much.
You're never alone.
You're never alone,
yes.
And you have so many qualities that you can engage at any given time, and you know, and really in whatever way you feel, just do it. Go. Make your dreams come true, and have the guts to let go of old things that don't help you anymore, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You are invincible.
Now you made it. You did it.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
What do you want to say to your inner dream team by the end, Ellen?
Well, I'm extremely grateful for to know them, and to know that they are always rooting for me, and they give me courage and give me endurance and help me carry on and go on, because I'm so connected to what it is that I want to do with my life, and that I feel that I'm meant to do with my life.
So you're on the right path now.
Yes, and I have all the tools I need. Yeah.
You know, outside there are a lot of people listening now and watching us. They're not on the right path, and they're looking for their dream.
Yes.
I hope this meeting with you is helpful for them.
I hope so.
Encourage them to go for it, no matter what age you are. We're not 21 anymore. You can see that, but
exactly.
You made it. You did it.
Yeah.
You follow your bliss.
Yes.
And
true.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So,
how many people are in your inner dream team, Ellen?
Sorry?
Are there a lot of them in your inner dream team?
Well, I have 12. My inner dream team consists of 12 archetypes. So
can you tell me your top 3? Your best, I think?
I have a high priestess that connects me with
higher
knowledge, that, and I have a music maker, and I have a purifier.
And I recognize that.
Yeah. And together with a I don't know the English word for that one. In Dutch we call it a wonderdoener.
Miracle worker.
A miracle worker, of course.
Yeah.
The miracle worker and the purifier together.
Then it happens, the magic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So those are the 3 archetypes that represent my mission in life. Yeah.
Well, everybody's invited. Ellen told us a very nice story about her dreams, her path, everything. So where can people find you? Can you say your website?
Yes. I have a website that's called is www.ellenpels.com, and it's in English. And Ellen Pels is ELLENPELS. So just Google my name and you'll
There's
find
only
me.
one Ellen Pels, so
I don't know. I believe there are more Ellen Pelses in the world, but with the ellenpels.com website, you'll find all the information. People who'd like to have a physical CD can send me an email through the website, or you can watch video clips. You can listen to all my music. And you can also find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, whatever streaming
So
sites.
professional, Ellen. Great
Yeah.
to hear.
Yeah, so there are links to my YouTube channel and things like that, and Facebook and Instagram and what have you. So anybody who'd like to know more, and please feel free to get in touch with me if there's anything you would like to know or ask or
more about the lyrics.
Please.
I think Ellen's really very special singer, a Dutch singer from Netherlands. And I really want to share with everybody that her lyrics are very beautiful and very personal, spiritual. So she's a very special singer, not like everybody. And I was really grateful I am really grateful that you're here. So thank you very much, Ellen, for having you here in this first show of Awake TV network. And thank you. And maybe next time when your new CD is there, join us again.
Yes, well, that would be lovely. And thank you for inviting me to share this premiere with you.
Premiere,
I feel honored. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was a very inspiring and interesting conversation with Ellen Pels. For me, Ellen is a living example of someone who made a real life shift, someone who rediscovered a hidden talent and followed her dream. And as she said herself, you're never too old to follow your heart. Just do it. At the end of the show, I will give you more information about Ellen and where you can listen to her music on her YouTube channel. I've been interested in life shifts for many years, and I've heard many stories of people who turned their lives upside down. Life shifts, I found out, they are not very easy, but they are worth the trouble. Most people say afterwards, I wish I had done it at an earlier moment. I collected some of these amazing stories in 2 books I published last year, Life Shift Stories and Life Shift Experiences. You can order them, if you like, on Amazon. These 2 books present a truly international selection of stories. The authors live in Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, the Netherlands, United Kingdom, and the United States. It's great stuff, and I hope it will inspire you to follow your heart as well. So, order your copy now, if you like to. From Ellen's story, you can learn how important it is how to know who are your archetypes. By knowing your archetypes, you connect with your inner self and your mission in life. So your most important archetypes are in your inner dream team, and they help you to open your treasure box, even if there is a dragon on your box. For you have so much power inside of you, and you know that. And you know what? You hold the key to this treasure box. So use it and open your own treasure box. To connect with your archetypes, I made a special card deck in a beautiful treasure box. It's called Archetypes and Talents. It contains 74 archetypes, and I will show them a lot of time in my shows, so you will recognize yourself. And it's all described, all those archetypes, in the manual. And they tell you about the light side and the shadow side. So you can see the pictures, and you also can see the description of the drawer. Lisa, she made beautiful, beautiful drawings with it. With this box, you can discover for yourself which archetypes are part of your inner dream team. Every day you can choose one. At the end of the show, I will tell you how you can order them and buy this box with a special reduction. I also made some other game box from special themes, and that is about self-compassion. Also beautiful card. Burnout. And also about a life shift. Also nice cards. I will show them other shows how you can use them. You can find them also in the web shop on my website, ofkjetekens.com. Then you can see how the game cards look like. And if you like to play, just give me a call. Next time, my special guest will be Simone Anliker from Switzerland. She's a trauma therapist and a founder of the international network of the Diet Meditation Program. So I hope you will join me again next Wednesday on Awake TV Network at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 noon New York, 5 p.m. London, and 6 p.m. Paris, Amsterdam, Copenhagen, and Berlin. The special offer of today is the reduction of €24 on the card deck, box, archetypes, and talents. Instead of €149, it will be €125. And you can find the offer on my page at the Awake TV network. For more information, you can get to my website, www.ofkje, O-F-K-G-E, Tekens, Tekens.com. And for more information on my guest, Alan Pels, you go to www.ellenpells.com, ellenpels.com, or on YouTube, look for Alan Pels. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.